Hello, everyone. Welcome in. I'm a bit behind, and by a bit, I mean very. I'm literally still eating dinner. But yeah, welcome in. I am all over the place today, but we're here. We're live. We'll be doing something eventually. Figured we could do more storytelling because apparently I'm racking up dad lore like there's no tomorrow. Which is also part of the reason I'm slightly late. I had to run back to work, which was a bit of an inconvenience, but we got everything sorted. Dad lore, yeah. How are you today, Marsh? How's your day going? How are you enjoying your Tuesday? I've been all over the place. What's that, Scuba? Did you want to say hello? No? Okay. Well, I gave her a chance. But yeah, I've been very busy today, but obviously nothing's working out exactly as I need it to at work. If the, description of my stream and title doesn't really make sense, that's because I'm not really 100% sure with what was going on today, but I also kind of understand, so, we'll figure this out. You said you're doing all right hitting a wall of exhaustion this afternoon, but that was me yesterday. I got so tired yesterday. She wanted pizza, but saw you finish it. It's not gone yet. I'm just holding it off camera, so I'm not awkwardly sitting here with nothing. Or doing nothing with a slice of pizza, but... Yeah, no, yesterday, I didn't sleep Sunday night, and then realized it was like 6:30 in the morning and I had to get up, so I went to work. Went through, most of the day. It was at, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was so tired, just ready to be done with everything. And then I got home, and suddenly the second wind came again, and I was like, okay, well, guess we're going. And I ended up staying up till, 1 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning. Hello, Gel. Welcome in. We got dad lore. But yeah, if you need to lurk, by all means, the VOD will be available on Twitch pretty much right away, and it'll be up for a month. However long Twitch lets you save them. And then the YouTube VOD will be available beginning of November. But I'm trying to eat my dinner before we get into the story, but at the same time as I can't force myself to shut up. Yeah, the sleepiness hits you hard at 2 p.m. It's especially because I had been up since noon on Sunday, all the way till 2 p.m. The next day. That was really pushing it, and I was ready to go home. And then I finally did get to go home, and suddenly the sleepiness no longer existed. I was awake, I was up, I was chilling. And then I forced myself off my computer at 11:30. Still didn't fall asleep right away, but I tried. I did my best. But thank you, Jal. Have a good lurk as well. We'll get into the dad lore here in a few minutes, as I slowly kind of just eat my dinner. It's a very professional dinner, if you can't tell. I literally got home 6:45, hit go live at 7:05. So when I mean I literally am not ready for stream today, I mean that in a much more real sense than me already being at home, having gotten to relax and decompress. And then it's just, I wasn't paying attention to the time. Now I'm hitting go live and trying to set everything up at the same time. I got home, unpacked my bag from work, fed the cats, turned on my PC, hit go live, and then changed, threw food in the microwave to warm up my pizza, like all that. I was so far behind today. Oh well. This is part of the fun of streaming. Especially when you say, I don't really mind if I eat on stream or if I'm up to something else on stream. Especially because I don't really have like a true affinity for what I want to play today. I was originally going to do Hollow Knight, but at this point, going through the entire day, I don't know if I'm feeling Hollow Knight. But maybe Hollow Knight. Because I don't have much of another idea. Other than the fact that my wheel and pedals is back out. I got it out for the first time in like 2 months. And it's currently just sitting on my desk, like right here, just off camera. So I could just kind of move it over here and then we can go drive around. Maybe. Or there was a video game that I tested the demo yesterday, and then I was thinking I could maybe play it more today. I feel that I usually leave the office at 5:30, 5:45, drive 45 minutes, then barely have time for dinner. Yeah. I get in a little earlier. Not as early as I'm supposed to, but I get in a little earlier in the day. So I normally leave like between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. And then get home at like 4:30, and then I go live at 7. So like there's plenty of time in there for me to like not have to worry about trying to get ready for stream. But at the same time, as I never actually bother being ready for stream, because half the time it's me scrolling on my phone being like, man, I need to like de-stress after work, you know. I don't know what she's chasing, but she's running around. Yeah, it's like, I know realistically I could go live earlier. I have in the past. I've gotten home from work and gone live right at 5 p.m. because I wanted to do an earlier stream. That was the YouTube stream I did. And it was like, it was possible. But at the same time, it was like, I felt so rushed. And then by the time stream ended, because I streamed longer, I ended up just in the same spot I would have been, having not gotten to relax, having not gotten to worry about food and worrying about everything else. So that's why I kind of keep the time at 7. I've thought about moving it to 6, but I probably won't be doing that. At least not anytime soon. If I sit down when I get home, I probably pass out. I have before. I've literally woken up because I have like an alarm on my phone for 5 minutes before I'm supposed to go live, so I can make sure that like at a minimum I have stuff like opened up on my computer and I can hit go live and then worry about the rest later. I've literally woken up to that alarm and being like, oh fuck, I gotta go. Let me skedaddle real fast. Some days I don't wake up for the alarm. And that's completely on me. Oh well. Yeah, no, I'll literally like get home from work and be like, okay, I'm just gonna lay down real fast. Like, I know I have stream and, you know, not little over 2 hours. I'll just take like a quick like 30-45 minute nap. Then I gotta get laundry done, maybe start the dishwasher, eat some dinner, maybe pop into a stream or two before I go live, and then I'll be ready to go. And then I'll lay down, and then I wake up to the alarm like 5 minutes before stream's supposed to start, or I'll wake up like half an hour after I was supposed to go live, and I'm like, okay, well, change of plans. We are completely switching up this strategy here. Also, if you're wondering why I'm drinking straight out of the 2-liter, I mentioned the dishwasher and how I was supposed to run it. And guess who didn't run the dishwasher before he left for work? So I hand washed a single plate so that I could, you know, pick me. Go. I kind of already spilled the tea, Marsh, but go ahead. You can guess. Go ahead. I'll give you your chance. You know who did it? Who was it? And any guesses? Band shredded cheese? No, it was Scuba. It was her turn to start it this week. No, but like I thought I set it. Like I set it up to run. I just never hit the start button. And then I got home from work and I was like, well, okay. I got home from work the first time and I was like, cool. I will put away the dishes. And then, or no, I technically couldn't put away the dishes at the time, but I went to like quickly grab a cup just so I could like fill it and have like a sip of water before I had to run back out. And I opened the dishwasher and I immediately could see, I'm like, this has not been cleaned. Because I had a stein upside down on the top rack. That should have been, like, the top part should have been full of water. No water in it whatsoever. Immediately I was like, this didn't run. And then I look at where the little, like, where you're supposed to put the soap in. And like it's got the thing so you can pour the soap into it, but no one ever has pour soap anymore. They just got the little pods. The door's still like flipped shut, and I'm like, yeah, this hasn't run. Pushed it shut again, hit start, changed, and then I had to go to the doctor's because originally I was supposed to go on Thursday, but I called them today to try and cancel that because I don't need to go back at this point. And they're like, why don't you stop in anyway? And I was like, as long as it's after 4:30, I should have no problem making it. So I ran home, changed, went to doctor's, came back, and it took way longer because like they told me they had an appointment for 4:30. No one saw me until like 5:30, and I was like, you gotta be kidding. But oh well. I've done that a few times with the dishwasher. I am so good about putting dishes into the dishwasher and making sure they're like kind of like pre-rinse, nothing super stuck on them, you know, put them in the dishwasher. Once the dishwasher's full, I'll set it up to run, and then I always tell myself, I'm like, I'm going to tell it to run in the morning. That way it doesn't run overnight, because I know my kitchen is really close to like the apartment next to me. And I'm like, I don't know if they can hear it through the wall, and I want to try to be like nice and not run it at, 2 in the morning like my family used to when we lived at home. But, that was a house, not an apartment. So running it in the middle of the night once everyone was asleep made sense. I don't know if you could hear my dishwasher through the wall. I've never really heard someone else's dishwasher through the wall, so I'm probably safe. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to run it just in case. They can sleep to the soothing sounds of your dishes washing. I mean, to be fair, like, all I have to do, because I'm in the kitchen every morning anyway, all I have to do is I'll, like, leave the door, like, if this is, like, shut, I'll leave it open, like, at a slight angle, so I see it, and I'm like, yes, I need to run the dishwasher. Push it shut, hit start. Pushed it shut today, never hit start. So I have dirty dishes that now need to run. So... But yeah, see you at X time, and then it's so... To be fair, I was trying to cancel an appointment, so they tried to move the appointment up and, like, squeeze me in. The problem is, the whole squeeze me in thing, they were completely wrong on the when they think they can squeeze me in. Because I don't know if, Marsh, you were here last week, or who's currently watching and lurking and listening, but I was talking about how my foot was a disaster, and I had to go into the doctor's to figure out why I couldn't walk. And they gave me this like treatment plan, and they're like, come back in a week if the pain still exists. We're going to schedule you for a week anyway, regardless. You can feel free to call and cancel the appointment. So I was trying to call today, and I was like, yeah, I don't need to come in. Everything's fine. And they're like, no, why don't you just stop in real fast? We'll check it too, Seems strange that, it managed to fix itself this quickly. And I'm like, you gave me 5 days worth of medication on Thursday. So I took it Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night. Tuesday, I tried calling and saying, I am okay. And you're like, that's strange. It fixed itself so quick. What was the 5 days of medication for at that point? Was that just a guess? I don't know, whatever. But, went in, got my feet checked. These dogs are officially doctor certified A-OK. Ah, you thought I was going to show feet. Not for free. But yeah, so, haha. That was how it happened after work. If you want the story for what happened at work, we can get into that now, which is what the title of the stream is. Am I really only worth a penny to you, Marsh? Are my feet really only worth a penny to you? I don't want to see feet? Then why did you pay? I could get cat feet. I don't know where they are. They ran off. I wasn't planning to do it for a penny. But thank you for the bit. Oh, there's cat toes. Hey, get your beans over here. Yeah, people paid on the internet to see these. Come here. Here you go. Here you go. Some toe beans. Some toe beans. What was that worth a penny? No. Hey, whoa. Hey, buddy, whoa. Whoa. Cracking up. Can you get more toe beans out? No? Okay. BRB, I'm clipping it. Okay, fair warning, you are not going to be able to send a link. But back up. No. No. You're gonna have to stay off real fast. Not until people pay more money can you get your feet out like that, okay? I also got cat hair in my mouth. Because that's how we do things around here. Oh. Scuba, how are you? You managed to get spared from my dumb fuckery because your brother walked in first. You should thank him when you have the chance. Ugh. Yeah, he's now very mad at me. I also still have a plate just sitting on my desk that I kind of want to go put away, but we'll worry about that later if we pick a game to go play. So apparently that's what we do here on this channel now. I will show cat feet for payment. If you want to see the toe beans, you gotta give the biddies. If that is I've clipped that, it's so funny. If you want to throw it in my Discord, Marsh, I don't think you're in it right now. Discord, there we go. Okay, it took a second to show up, but if you want to throw it in there, I do have a channel for clips. I believe you're going to be able to grab it right away if you jump in. Otherwise, you might have to give yourself the rules roll. Either way, if you want to throw it in there, by all means, feel free to. If not, don't worry about it. I can always grab the clip after stream if I remember. I probably will, but there's no guarantee. But yeah. So, as I was trying to say before someone felt the need to buy toe picks, yeah, my workday was just as chaotic and strange as the rest of my day, and I kind of already covered the evening, so. But this morning, I was aware of the fact that the blood drive was going on today because I scheduled my appointment for the blood drive 2 weeks ago. And I know that I am an O negative blood donor, so they wanted me to do the double red, the power red, whatever you want to call it. So I was fully aware of that. Had it scheduled, knew it was happening, ready to go, 2 weeks out. I get to work this morning a little before 8. It wasn't maybe like 7:50, 7:55. Like it was a little before 8, but it wasn't like super early. I get to the test cell maybe 5 minutes later. And I still have cat hair in my face. But yeah, I get to the test cell. And my coworker, who the cell operator's already there because he shows up earlier in the morning so that he can get the daily checks, the daily safety checks, all that stuff out of the way before everyone else shows up. So he comes in earlier on his own accord, gets all that done before we get there to not hold us back. I get in, he's sitting there at the cell, looks over at me and goes, "Hope you're ready for a tour today, because we have a really big one coming." And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. What time are they coming? 11? Because that tends to be when they come in, which means I'm eating a late lunch. And he goes, no, this one's at 10, but it's 4 different groups that are all going to be kind of doing like the same tour at the same time. And it's like, you gotta be, okay, we will figure this out. What needs to get done before that? They're like, well, we were told we're supposed to have the cell running. And I'm like, perfect. Is the cell capable of running? And they're like, not right now. And I was like, can we get the cell running before 9:30? Because that's when I have to go do my blood donation. Which luckily what was holding us up was an easy fix. We just needed to get someone else from like a different group. We had to talk to the controls team. So the controls guys came over, they fixed their thing, and we got running. And then I did we have like a morning meeting for the handoff between third and first shift at 8:30. Did that meeting, lasted far longer than it needed to because we always get distracted. Okay, it's not we, it's one specific person. He always feels the need to turn that daily, here's what we got done yesterday, here's what we want to get done today meeting into let's process the data live and analyze the data live. And it's like, no, that's not what this meeting's for. But every day we do it anyway. And then, so that, meeting it's scheduled for half an hour, but realistically it should only be like maybe a 10-minute meeting, possibly 15 if it's if it's like a more important day like today where it's like, hey, we have a tour coming through. But, apparently that doesn't matter. We're still going to talk about the data and not talk about what we actually need to know. And then that meeting ended up lasting like 45 minutes. And then I'm like, okay, I now have 15 minutes to walk to the far other side of campus so I can go donate blood. I'm going to go. Hopefully you guys can get the cell running and be good, because I am going to be gone for at least an hour, if not an hour and a half, 2 hours. And so I go. As I'm I show up, I walk over there, I show up to the blood drive, I get checked in, they scan my ID, and I'm like, okay, perfect. Now all I have to do is bleed. You lay on a table, they stab you with a needle, everything else takes care of itself. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy of a day. And it, for the most part, was, except for the fact that apparently Red Cross did not find out that I moved. So I almost got in trouble with them for having the wrong address and trying to lie about who I was. Which, eventually they're like, what's your address again? And I told them, and I was like, by chance, is it this address in your system? And I said my old, where my parents live. And they're like, did you move? And I was like, yeah, last year in May. I've gotten your letters and stuff in the mail. I updated my account. Especially because I have donated blood since I moved. Apparently their computer system still had the old address, so got stuck doing that. And so, I was in hot water with them for a little bit. Eventually, they managed to update the account and get the correct address in and get me checked in. And then they had tablets, or I think it was maybe just laptops where the keyboard was folded under to do the whole questionnaire thing. The one I was using for some reason wouldn't submit the final questionnaire. When they go through the whole, have you done hard drugs? Have you gone out of the country for more than, 3 consecutive weeks? That whole thing. Am I pregnant? I don't think so. So I answered no. Went through that whole process. And because it was online, you're just sitting there tapping the screen. And then you get to the end and, there's a submit. So I click submit and the screen freezes. And I'm sitting there, I'm watching like in the corner, like where it'd be like up here on your screen, like say this is your browser right here. Hello, I am your browser. It'd be like the little refresh wheel way up here was spinning and spinning. Would have been this way for you guys. Is sitting here spinning and spinning and spinning. Eventually I'm like, hey, could you help me with this? It froze. So they tell me to like refresh the page, and I'm like, okay, so I refresh the page, have to do the whole thing over again. I did it 3 times on their little laptop tablet thing. Never worked once. Eventually I was like, can I just do this on my phone? Like, can I try that? That way we don't have to use my work's like Wi-Fi and with the firewall and everything. It's a huge hassle. It blocks every other website. It oftentimes blocks websites you need to be on. So I was like, can I just do this on my phone? Is there like part of your like website? They're like, yeah, if you sign into like your Red Cross account, it'll be on there that you can do the pre-screening questions. And I'm like, perfect. Sounds like a great plan. So I get signed in on my phone. I do the whole survey, submit it, works perfectly. And I'm like, there, I have the little QR code. Can I donate blood now? And they're like, yes. And then they like go to put me like, they don't have like the chairs. It's essentially like a bifold table that can like flip up either way, whatever. And the little thing with your arm. So, I get myself like sat into this chair, arm out. The guy's like looking at my arm. I've never had an issue with like them getting the needle in, so I wasn't really concerned that they were going to have an issue today. They didn't have an issue with me, but apparently it took a team of 4 like doctor, nurse, donating people to find the vein on another guy. They got out like the infrared scanner, all of this stuff for him. And I'm just sitting there like, they already have my arm like kind of like held down to the table. Because with the double red, it's a little fancier. It's a little weirder. So I'm sitting there. They have like rubber bands around my arm. So like my arm's in. I'm laid back like this, just kind of staring at the ceiling. And I'm kind of trying to watch through my peripheral, like what's going on over here. And I'm like, I have no clue what's going on right now. I can only go based off of what I hear. And that's not exactly a lot right now. So we go through this whole thing. Eventually, I start donating blood. They get the needle into me, no problem. I got the little stress ball. They have like the sleeve around my arm. The guy feels the need to give me like a 20-minute description of like, this is the type of donation you're doing. It's a little different. I'm not sure if you've done this before. We're going to break it down. And I will give the Cliff Notes version of that in about 40 seconds because I see ads are running right now. But it's just been the whole day's just been weird. I don't know why. By like, at this point it was like 10:30. And shit hit the fan within 5 minutes of me showing up to work. So I don't know why I thought it was going to become smooth sailing at that point. But whatever. Apparently that was just the day I'm having. So once I go through, or they go through, they find the vein, they get the needle in the guy. He's able to start donating, comes back over to me, and they're like, okay, you're doing a slightly different donation, which this one, we call it a power red. It's because of your blood type. What we're going to do is we're going to take the blood out. We're going to put it through this machine where there's a little centrifuge. It spins really fast. It's going to separate the plasma from the red blood cells. We're going to keep the red blood cells and put the plasma back so that we can take twice as many red blood cells. Does that sound cool with you? And I'm like, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've done this before. And they're like, oh, good. So when we go to put the, plasma back, we add a little bit of like saline solution. The saline solution's room temperature, so you might feel a little cold. And I'm like, I'm wearing a hoodie. I came prepared. Don't worry. Guy still felt the need to ask me for like 20 minutes. Do you need a blanket? I'm like, no, I've done this before. The hoodie's going to be fine. Or technically it wasn't a hoodie. It was like a quarter zip. But either way, it was like a fleece. Like it's fairly warm. Had, the sleeve down on one side. Had to have the sleeve up on the other side. But, I'm sitting there. I got a water bottle with me so I can, sip on some water, whatever. Getting through this whole thing. The actual donation, no problem. I bled like a champion. At least they were looking out for you. My assumption is they just made a new account for me. So everything was showing up as he's never done this before. Make sure you spend extra time explaining this. Make sure you spend extra time explaining this. Make sure he's fully aware of what's going on. When I've donated double red, power red, whatever you want to call it, because I know different companies, organizations, charities, groups have slightly different names for it, but essentially that's what happens. It's more or less the same machine, regardless of who you bleed for. I want to say I've done it 35, 40 times. Like, I've donated blood quite a few times in my life. Far more than I'm supposed to have. Because when you donate double red, you're supposed to wait 16 weeks instead of 8 weeks. But I found out there's a loophole where if you donate for one company, you then have to wait 16 weeks for them. But no one actually checks between organizations. Like, hey, has this guy donated? It's just on your entire own prerogative. Like, hey, has it been so many weeks since your last donation? A regular donation is 8 weeks. Double red is 16. I just kept bouncing between two organizations. Is it bad for you? Not really. If you're healthy and you're, younger and active. Like, realistically, you could donate again in like 2 weeks. The reason they have it such a long gap is for, safety purposes and trying to be, very cautious because they don't want you to bleed too often. But like, think about how many times you can donate plasma. It's like once a week. So realistically, 8 weeks between a double red, not a big deal. And the reason I was doing 8 weeks between a double red is A, I was in college and poor. B, they gave out free pizzas. You'd get a coupon for a free medium pizza from Hungry Howie's every time you donated. Both organizations, like both companies did. And these coupons were only good for like a month and a half, 2 months. So it's not like I could hoard them. So every 8 weeks, I'd go and donate blood again to get a free pizza. That's a great incentive. Yeah, because we're college students. They're desperate for us. We're young. We're healthy for the most part. So it's like you want to show up and get the free pizza. And there was a fraternity on campus that would they were the ones hosting the event and donation. They threw a party that night. Like, the donations were on Tuesday. The day after is Wednesday, when it was very uncommon for me to have class, or if you did have class, it was maybe one singular class. So they throw a party on Tuesday night after you donate blood, because now you have less blood. It's easier to have a higher blood alcohol content because of the ratios. I don't know why the fraternity decided this. That's the most unhealthy thing you could do after donating blood, is go to a frat party. But we did every single time. Best way to black out. Yes, it was. But everyone's like, yo, you don't have to drink as much because there's now a pint of your blood missing. Show up, drink a single pint, see how you feel. It's the same amount of liquid, which chances are 1 pint, which is one of the slightly bigger glasses. That's not going to get you drunk. But no, you definitely did not need to drink as much the day you donate blood. And I was kind of tempted to, grab a beer when I got home. But with getting home, going to the doctor's, getting home, and then immediately having to go live, I'd be drinking on stream, which I have in the past. I just try not to, because I don't want to get into the habit of always drinking on stream. Marsh, I'm sorry, this is not a call out. I just try to keep my alcohol drinking to maybe a single day. And I don't want to get into the habit of always drinking on stream. Either way, sorry, I'm getting distracted. So I finished the blood donation. I do not get a free pizza. I instead was given a bag of mini Oreo cookies, which is much more... Nope, it's definitely a call out. It's probably fine. You don't drink a bunch, and you have all your blood, I think. Either way, we won't worry too much. So, I get my little bag of mini Oreos, which is much more in line with what you would get for donating blood. Bottle of water, some mini Oreos, pretzels, something a little snacky. That way, you can sit down. You're supposed to wait 15 minutes after you donate. so you can do that. I get out from my blood donation. They tell me if you step through this doorway, there's going to be like in this next conference room, like meeting room area, there's going to be tables, there's going to be water and snacks in the middle. You can go ahead, sit down. It's entirely on you for when 15 minutes are up. If you have any questions, you can feel free to call out. We will hear you. Or you can come get us if you're feeling okay to, stand up and walk around. Otherwise, it's completely on you for when 15 minutes is. Then you can just go back to work. So I walk straight into the room, grab the Oreos, and then walk right out to go back to work. Because it's almost 11 o'clock at this point. I want lunch, and the tour's probably gone. So I'm going to walk back to work. I have to cross the campus. It's not that long of a walk. It's maybe like 4 or 5 minutes. But I was like, knowing the building layouts, I should be able to get a pretty easy shortcut if I go like through this hallway of this building. And it's going to kind of point me in the direction I'm going. And it's less time I have to stand outside. Not that the weather was bad anyway, but I was trying to essentially find the... Did you just run headfirst into the wall? Look at me like I was the one at fault, and then run back off. All right, well. Anyway, I'm essentially just trying to get the straightest line possible to get back to work. That way I can go to lunch. I'm just walking down the hallway, not thinking anything of it. You see the fire like roll up doors that will drop down if there's like fire alarms, if they to essentially sequence off the building so like the entire thing doesn't burn down. We have that kind of place and environment. So, which it's not like the big scary door that like you watch like slowly come down. You got to like movie hero slide under it. It's not like that. It's literally just like a roll down door. You can pick it up very easily, but it's essentially a metal divider. But like I walk through one of these, not thinking anything of it. Floor, walls, ceiling, everything looks identical before and after this door. Door was open. The little pedestrian door that was over there also open. So I was like, no problem. And I can see the end of the hallway I'm trying to get to. So I walk straight through the hallway. Don't stop. Don't look at anything. I just walk through the hallway. Turns out that hallway, you need a federal security clearance to be in. And there's cameras everywhere that include facial recognition and a federal agent monitoring those cameras 24/7. So he didn't come say anything to me at the time. Again, I walked straight through the hallway, right out the door, into the rest of campus, had my lunch, got back to my desk, which isn't actually my desk. It's the console for the cell next to me. I still don't have my own desk, either way. Oops, yeah, little fucky wucky happened on my part. But there was no markings, no nothing. It was just a hallway. Doors open. It wasn't even like I had to open a door and there was like maybe a sign on the door. Nothing. It'd be like walking from inside my bedroom to the hallway right there. I can see it's open. There's no signs, no markings saying can't be in the hallway. So I walked into the hallway. And yeah, cameras everywhere, being watched, facial recognition, scanning systems. They knew who I was like that. It took them a little while to figure out where I sit because I don't have a desk. So when they tried to look up where I sit, it didn't give an answer. So apparently they just figured out based on other cameras and they followed my route, watched me go get lunch, sit in the cafeteria, go all the way back to my desk. This guy comes up to me, states, I'm sure that was a red flag too. I didn't talk to anyone. I, scrolled on my phone a little bit, but it was connected to the work Wi-Fi. They could see exactly what I was doing. Scrolling Twitter. Oh, well. But yeah, so I get back to my desk. The guy comes over. He introduces himself. Hi, I'm, federal agent, whatever, with the, U.S. Department of Defense and the Department of Homeland Security. I just wanted to ask you a few questions about what you've been up to today. No, I mean, you don't have a desk. They're like, who is this guy? No, because I show up in the system. Like, if you look me up, it has all of my information. But when it says desk location, it's just empty. Or it says, like, unassigned. So they're like, so essentially it's like, we don't have a set place for if you need to get a hold of this guy, go find him at this physical location. But I mean, there's a handful of other people who work remote. So it's like, their desk location also is listed as, you know, remote or like unavailable or whatever. So it's like, I'm sure it didn't stand out that much. Thought maybe, oh, you know, maybe he's a remote worker who like just came in today. But you know, the guy comes over and, you know, I have to ask you some questions about what like your actions today. And I'm just thinking, is this because I lied on the Red Cross thing and said I haven't been out of the country in the past 12 months? Because I technically have. But for some reason, it wouldn't let me submit the quiz. And that's the only possible thing I could think that it was trying to reject me from. So I lied and said I hadn't been to the Bahamas. And the guy just goes, what are you talking about? No. But yeah, I immediately I'm like, I've been to the Bahamas, I'm sorry. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, back in December, I went on a scuba trip. And he goes, in December, like, who did you talk to in the Bahamas? And I was like, it's this company. This was the name of the boat. You know, I flew in on this day, flew out on this day. And he's just like, was this just like a vacation? And I was like, yeah. He goes, I don't care about that. I want to know why you were in the restricted like zone over in, you know, building whatever. And I go, huh? And he goes, yeah, you went through like the Department of Defense and like Homeland Security section of the building. And I would like, we tried looking you up. You don't have a federal security clearance. You're not supposed to be in that hallway. And I was like, huh? Pulls out like his like little like paper map and he goes, you said you donated blood earlier today, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, was it right here? And I was like, if that's where the room in the other building was, I don't know. I came in this store. I'm pretty sure it was right there. And he goes, yeah. And did you go down this hallway? And I was like, yeah, because I work in that building. And it was faster. I was trying to get to lunch. And it just goes, yeah, this is all a restricted zone. You can't be in there. And I was like, so am I in trouble? And he's like, I just need to ask you a few more questions. So he ended up asking like, you know, how often do I talk to people outside of the country? My brother in Christ, I stream on Twitch and tell stories all the time. I have no clue where you guys are. I know where some of you guys live roughly, but I kind of just spout nonsense. Granted, I'm pretty good about, you know, not giving away too much information about my job and what I do and, you know, exactly where I work. I don't think you need to worry about me walking down a hallway not paying. So did you lie to the federal agent? No, he asked if he's like, do you tend to talk to people outside of the country? And I was like, I mean, I have internet friends. I'm kind of just going based off of word of mouth for where they claim they live. And he goes, so you don't know exactly where they live? And I'm like, no, I know very little about them. Like, we're friends over the internet who play video games. Like, we're not exactly well versed with each other. And he goes, okay, well, that's not that big of a deal. You know, that's pretty common these days. Do you talk to anyone who works like a government position in another country? And I was like, if I do, they've never told me that they work in the government. They've never mentioned what they do for a living other than, you know, oh, I'm an accountant, or I am a salesman, or I'm an engineer. Like, we don't go around telling each other like, I work at this federal building in this country. I need you to disclose all of the information you could possibly think about for the hallway you just walked down. Good. Now, could you write all of that down into a Word document and send it to my government agency's military? No, we don't do that. That is not a common occurrence, at least not for me. I don't know what you guys get up to, but I don't know. Eventually, he just kind of gave it up, and I was like, dude, I literally just walked down the hallway. I was trying to get back to lunch. I didn't look in any of the rooms. I didn't, like, I was dead center of the hallway, just straight lining it for lunch. He goes, I know, I saw you on the camera. And I'm like, then why are you asking me these questions? My phone wasn't out. Light, what are you doing? I don't know why it keeps disconnecting from the Wi-Fi. Give me a second. There we go. Yeah, it loses its internet connection randomly. But my stream is fine. All of this is working, but the light disconnected from the Wi-Fi. I don't know. Maybe there's a firmware update for it. But yeah, I was like, if you watched me walk down this hallway, my phone was not out. It was in my pocket. I never stopped. I never looked sideways into any of the rooms. I walked straight down the hallway at a static speed, more or less. I guess I can't verify that I was going the right speed or the same speed the whole time, but I was just walking straight through the, open doorway. Wasn't even like an unlocked door, an open garage door with another door propped open, straight down the hallway and out the glass doors at the end of the hallway. Eventually he gave it up. He's like, okay, fine. I guess just know for the future, you can't be in that area. And I'm like, well, seeing that I've worked at this company for over a year and this is my first time ever being in this building, let alone that hallway, I will do my best to know for the future not to be in this hallway, and I will avoid it next time. But realistically, like, I'm never in that hallway. Either way. So yeah, that, my friends, is how you donate blood and then get questioned by a federal agent where you confess that you went to the Bahamas for a scuba diving trip. What a story. I know, right? Like I said, I'm just racking up the dad lore. You just gotta... you gotta really enjoy the way I just kind of, fuck around and find out. I sent a message in a different Discord server that wasn't mine when I was kind of laughing about, like, right when the federal agent left. He's an international man of mystery. I'm very clearly a spy. I'm not supposed to be here in the United States. I make it really hard for people to figure out who I am, what I'm doing, and, everything. Like, you would never know I exist as a person, except for the fact that I stream and post YouTube videos and have a Twitter and a Discord and an Instagram and a personal Instagram and a... Trust me. There's some level of mystery to me, especially on the, whole band shredded cheese versus IRL me, because I keep some information. It reconnected to the Wi-Fi, whatever. Either way. But, like, I do keep some information private versus being more open here on stream, but, I don't think I'm a suspicious person. I'm a 5'10" white dude of slightly above average weight and slightly longer than normal hair. Very clearly, I'm the exact person who would steal, government documents and try to, run off with them. Despite the fact I had a solid alibi for where I was on camera the entire time and didn't do any of that. So I don't know. That's just part of the fun. That's what we do. And this is literally days after, like, literally my last stream, which was last Thursday, was me telling the story of going to the doctors for the first time in 4 years. And also talking about how I was one of the most hated people, or administration. I was one of the most disliked students from administration's point of view while I was in college. Like I said, dad lore. Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to talk about. So I was in a different Discord right after the federal agent left because someone asked, how was your day? And I happened to be looking at my phone at the time, so when I saw the notification, so I opened it up, and someone else said that they almost got into a fist fight And everyone was like, how do you just constantly be racking up the dad lore? So that's when I chimed in and I'm like, yo, I got new dad lore today too. And then I kind of did the whole, very quick, like one sentence, like donated blood, got questioned by a federal agent because I walked down the wrong hallway, despite the fact, not really my fault. It's on them because they don't have any locked doors or markings or anything on the walls. So sounds like a them problem. And then everyone was like, you literally just had to you literally just had like a dad lore incident and now it's a few days later. How are you constantly getting yourself into these situations? And I was like, I like to grab life by the balls and just hang on for the ride. 90% of the time, I have no idea what's going on. I just show up places and see what happens. And I was kind of over exaggerating and, trying to be a little funny with it. But then the more I thought about it, I'm like, no, that's absolutely the way I've kind of lived my life since I got to college. I just kind of show up to where I think I'm supposed to be, or I think would be like a fun place to be, and then just see what happens. I want to join the race team at Kettering. I'm going to show up to the garage when I think there's supposed to be a meeting. Next thing you know, I'm on the race team. I never properly signed up or talked to anyone or did anything. I literally just walked into the garage one night because the door was open and I was like, hey, I'm with you now. And they're like, cool, we're rebuilding an engine. It worked. I accidentally attended a college class for a week straight before I realized it wasn't the right class. I had the wrong time. So, that's happened before. Or when I was in high school, I was never really invited to anything, but I had loose kind of proximity friends where it's we're in the same class, so we talk to each other. And they were always talking about or they'll be talking to their closer friends and they're like, yeah, you want to go do whatever tonight? And they're like, yeah, we can all go. And, no one specifically said I was invited, but I would just show up. And, I was like, if they don't want me here, I'll catch a vibe that they don't want me here. And then I'll leave. No big deal. No hard feelings. I understand. They just, left it kind of ambiguous with anyone, all of you guys can come. So I show up and, no one really questioned why I was there, so I was like, okay, cool. And that's just kind of what I did in high school. I just showed up places where I kind of heard stuff was going on. Scuba smelling the door. And no one really questioned why I was there. They just, I guess, assumed that someone else invited me and left it alone. No questions asked, no hard feelings. And I'm like, awesome, cool. But also, it kind of be nice if someone actually says, hey, Cheese, do you want to come to this with us? Instead of the, generic instances of me being like, I heard everyone was coming here, so I'm here too. But whatever, it's fine. All right. So that's a bit of dad lore for you. I think I'm going to quickly trigger run this ad that's going to be coming up here in about 2 minutes. That way I can get this plate put away, get the 2 liter of soda off my desk, and then we can figure out what game to play. Because I don't have a specific game in mind. Sound cool? Sound fair? It's a short ad. It's only going to be 1:30, so I don't think I'm going to be gone forever. Those who do not have a subscription, do not feel bad. You're not missing anything. I promise. It's ads. Everyone else is going to get to stare at my BRB screen, so I'll be back in 1 minute and 30 seconds. All right, I am back. Hopefully you did not miss me too much. I don't think you did. Hopefully I didn't scare anyone away. That was one of my better timed ad breaks. Normally I just kind of keep hitting snooze if I'm at an important part of the story, or I'll try to like kind of dawdle through the story for a little bit. Kind of just, shoot the shit and recap real quick for anyone who's showing up and doesn't have to watch the ad. But yeah, so what game are we thinking of playing today? I have Assetto Corsa installed. I have a new indie game demo that I tried out yesterday installed. I have Minecraft. I have Valorant. I have Hollow Knight, which I'm not really feeling. I think that's everything I have installed right now, actually. I tend to keep most of the games uninstalled. Oh, I have Dredge installed too. And Sea of Stars. And Portal 2. I have a lot of games installed right now, actually. And Life Not Supported got an update. I'll have to look into that. And Planet of Lana got an update. Maybe I will make a YouTube video this week. I wasn't planning on it, to be honest. If I throw together a short video covering maybe one of these two updates, I could do that. I wasn't planning on doing a YouTube video for the demo. I was trying out that demo because the developers reached out to me and wanted my thoughts and opinions on it. I'll show it on stream, though. I just don't plan on turning it into a YouTube video. And then the developers of Sengoku Dynasty also reached out to me about a different game they're making. So I don't plan on doing a video for the other game. I don't have it installed right now, but maybe on stream, throw it on, check it out. So if you guys have any preference to what game I play, by all means, let me know. I could make a poll. I don't got an easy button to make a poll. Hang on. Manage your poll. Perfect. Now I have a button for it. Create new poll. Question. What game should I, capital I, play? Question mark. We'll do Portal 2 custom maps. We'll do Hollow, if I can spell it right, God. I don't even have the screen showing how I'm spelling, and I'm spelling like there's no brain. I'm fucking it up. I'm really fucking it up now. There we go. We'll set this to 2 minutes. Start poll. There you go. I cannot vote in my own poll, so those who are watching can feel free to answer. If it ends up being a tie or no votes, honestly, I might just do Portal 2. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards right now, because that's quick. I'm kind of low energy and kind of tired from donating blood. You're short on blood. It's been an exhausting day. I got questioned by the federal agent. I had to go to the doctors. It's been left, right, up, down, and center, as well as I had to go back to work. I barely even spoke on that, but yeah, I just had to go back and like fix a couple things and submit some work orders that we weren't expecting to have to worry about. But the second shift guy who was supposed to be helping us out today called in sick, so I just had to go back and do a quick like hour. But if you have any preference to potential games to play, feel free to vote. We're about halfway through the poll. Otherwise, you good, Scuba? Your brother's behind me, isn't he? Yes, he is. I could tell because you weren't actually staring at me. You were busy staring at my butt. Excellent. Otherwise, yeah, so. Polls wrapping up. It looks like we got about 30 seconds left. I'm guessing. It's a complete guess. But I can do whatever. Probably only stream for another hour. So I don't think it's going to be something super, super long. Which is another reason I kind of don't want to do Hollow Knight now. Either way. Assetto Corsa is the winner. Alright. Push the keyboard back. Gotta move my phone over here real fast, so I have room to work. Give me a second. Give me a second. See, I told you I just had the wheel like next to my desk. And then I gotta grab this power cord. I gotta be ready for this thing to immediately try to take off my chin. There we go. All right. That there. Flip her over. This is my first time playing Assetto since I got the new mic, which means I won't have to use the headset mic. All right. That bad boy there. We're just gonna kind of lean into it real fast. Let me tighten this bad boy down. Potentially sounds gross on mic. I'm sorry. There we go. It's just off camera. You can just barely see it. Which I know once I get into the game, it's a slightly different camera angle. And then we're gonna have to bloop. Get this a bit higher up and out of the way. I don't want it too high because then I won't be able to see what I'm doing. All right, that's all set up. Okay. Now I just need to load the game. Assetto. Play. You know what I didn't do before I tried to load Assetto, and we could potentially be stuck for a minute or two, is change title and category. Give me a minute here. Just give me one quick minute. Okay, the game loaded. Boop, boop. All right. We are not doing the story mode. We're just gonna do a quick race or two. F1 was in Japan last week. I think we're gonna start with that track and then maybe do a different F1 track. Probably not F1 cars though. So, quick races. We need a better title than just quick races. Good enough. Okay, just chatting. Not anymore. Boop. Done. There we go. Got that. I forget if Assetto will properly show on a screen capture. Guess there's one way to find out. It does not. Works on that screen. Perfect. Oof. It's because Assetto Corsa, essentially, this is just like a window. Like, just like a website would be. And then if you... My mouse got messed up there. The second you go to load into it like an actual race, then it becomes like a game window. Arrive. race. That is not the car I thought I was driving last time. Where is it? That's the car I was trying to drive. Okay. Race. Quick race. Got that car. Opponents. I am going to be way faster than them. Give me a second. We're gonna have to. It's kind of weird, but I guess it cuts down the graphics card usage between races. It has to do with the way the game loads. This is essentially just like a menu, like settings screen. So right now there's almost no like GPU used. There's almost no CPU used. And it tries to cut all of that down so that when it loads into a game, it's purely just the race at hand. So yeah, we need to clear all. Tag LMP cars. Stick you in, stick you in, stick you in, stick you in. We're gonna have to select the track beforehand. I don't have the Japanese track in this game. All right, we're doing Spa then. That's my favorite track. In which case I can do 24. $20 sound good? 20 others plus me. It's a spa day. We're having a spa day. Summary. Strength 98%. We're going 90. But we're gonna make them a little more aggressive. Can I get 20, please? Oh my lord, please, 20. 20 does not exist. 20 does not exist. You cannot be 20% aggressive. You cannot be 20% aggressive. Okay, we're going 19. Time of day, middle of the day. Weather, mid, clear, wind, off. Which is random. None. Wind direction. Doesn't matter. Time multiplier, sure. Starting position, last. Sounds great. 16 laps for Spa in this car. It's going to be about a minute 40, minute 50. So for quick math, call it 2 minutes a lap, 16 laps. We're going to go 20 laps. Jump start penalty, none. Penalties off. Fine by me. That's all fine by me as well. We got the opponents in. So the fastest I've ever done, 3:11. Oh, hang on. We gotta. If it's 3 minutes, yeah, we're going back to 15 then. My fastest time is a 3:11 and a half. Okay, well. Or no, that was the other day when I was in a slower car. We're going 20. What's the worst that happens? The race takes a while? It'll be fine. I should lock the chair in place now. I left it unlocked so I could do my little fun recreation of being in the blood donation. Give me a second. Hang on. Oh, that might have broken it. I just want to quickly check that you guys are going to be able to hear this game. Wavelink game. There you go. Uh-oh. 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 There might have been a small oopsies. Hang on. I've done this before. Da, 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 da. And that... There we go. Okay. So that's also the kind of convenient thing, is I can kill the game itself without having to fully kill the game. So like if we're looking right here, see how there's a Assetto Corsa? And then if I were to, in the interest of, no, give me Task Manager back. And then under these two windows, you get a third one that pops up and it just says ACS. That's the race itself. And then this CPU usage and memory and everything drops to 0 as it runs the game. This time, we're not going to fuck it up, though. Hopefully. There we go. Okay, it loaded. I don't think I have a... Yeah, default. Gonna bump all these up just 1 PSI. To estimate fuel quantity, complete at least 2 laps. Why do a practice session when you can just jump right in? I'm just thinking my way through these numbers. That is wrong. That is a wrong number. That is not what it's supposed to be. But otherwise, yeah, that all looks fine. Bump, rebound. I know in this car at this track, running the default's more or less fine. Brake balance 59% forwards. We're gonna bump that up 1%. We can always change it on the fly. Yeah, and we don't plan on stopping, so... All right. I don't know where my wheel is turned. There we go. All right, we're racing. Also, the mic is a bit too close. Hang on. Okay, now maybe at least I won't punch it. Let me know how everything sounds and looks, and... Oh, these tires are not warm. That's okay. We'll be fine. The tires will warm up with time. Don't worry, everyone. I have no warm-up. I am in a full car in a race. Or fully weighted car due to fuel loads. In a race. With very little visibility. Yeah, we went a bit out of bounds on that corner. Whoa, man. The recipe for success, yes. At least with the slightly higher pressures on the tires, they should heat up a little faster. And tire temp is huge at this track. Little love tap. Just let them know we're here. I also randomly set the AI difficulty on a whim. He's probably fine. Don't worry about him. Oh, that is not the button I thought it was. There we go. See, we got some tire temps now. Oh, that was on me. We're just gonna turn back across the entire track right now. Yeah. I took too long to move out of the slipstream. Oh, we're gonna take the escape road real fast. Oh god, I killed another. Yeah, this is not going well. This is not going well at all. That was a bit better on that corner. Use the curbs. Brake way too late for the corner and miss the apex. It'll all work itself out. My tire temps are up to temperature though, which means we can now start really pushing through corners. Look at the speed difference. Gotta leave room on the inside. Because look, he's over there. Now he's back there. Not murder someone this time. See, I'm getting better. Use the battery. There, see, look at that. This is pod racing. Okay, maybe not this corner. Oh. The car got a bit sloppy. We now got a gap to the cars in front, though. Okay, it's 2 gears down. I was trying to only go 1 gear down on that corner. I'm also losing front tire temp, which means I'm going too slow into the corners now, despite being 8.5 seconds faster than last lap. This car has absolutely legs on everyone else, though. Like, I am gapping cars on the straights. It's trying to pull away on the corners. That is difficult. Like, see how close they are? We'll see where they are at the end of the straight. You can kind of see in the bottom corner, like below me. But, they gone. Yeah, the problem is I lose my front tire temps going through the straight. So by the time I get to this corner, they're kind of cold. Which is why I tried bumping the tire temps up slightly, thinking that would help. I don't think it helped enough. I'm definitely doing better. Why'd I say anything? Oh, hang on. Kick the rear. We had to Tokyo drift a little bit to keep the car in a straight line. It was a necessary evil. I didn't want to do it, but I had to. I also feel like I'm yelling. Sorry if I'm being a bit loud. I'm trying to race and close gaps. Oh. I did not mean to swing the rear that time. But I've just about caught up to these guys. I almost had him. We're gonna get him this time, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We saved it. I don't know how I kept it out of the wall there. I don't know, it worked. It worked at the end of the day. We managed to murder another and pass two more. Now we should be catching up to the drivers more my skill level. Which means I'm actually going to have to race them a little smarter and better. Or just really commit to the murder everyone technique. Which I'd prefer to not do, if I'm being completely honest. But, you know, sometimes it's the necessary evil. Oh, I don't think he's gonna die. He'll be fine. See, he's still going. Maybe not anymore. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Oh, he is so dead. Luckily, police don't exist in this game. That time I just completely overshot it. There was no murder on that corner. I need to stop being as aggressive in the braking zones. I just need to accept the fact that I can't pass in every corner, I think. But also the corners where I'm murdering people, it's because I'm getting on the brakes way late and trying to dive bomb from a bit too far back. I need to race smarter. I got, what, 14 laps to go? 15 laps? 14 and a half if I'm on 6 right now. That wasn't the best corner. That was a pretty good corner. See, like, I'm hanging with these guys through the twisty parts. More or less. I just have the balls to throw it into certain corners. Or throw it around certain corners, like the one coming up here. And now we're side by side going into the braking zone. Oh, he's gonna switch back on me. Little love tap. He's still going. See, that's good, clean racing. That almost wasn't. Let's get in the slipstream. Throttle out of it. There's the 21% aggression. See, I'm not the only one driving like an absolute buffoon. Okay. I'm currently 10th of 21, and not all of them are dead that I am in front of. Which is good. I've only killed a couple people today. Oh. Come on. There we go. Oh, it's feeling better. Yeah, like that last corner is the one I have a lot of bravery in. To just hang it flat. No need to lift. So then by the time I get to this corner, I have like 20 miles an hour on the other cars. And then it's just a game of trying to stop in time. Looks like there are 4 that have been murdered. Ah. That was not the best corner. We'll get it though. A bit of bravery goes a long way through those like kind of 2.5 corners. We'll get him towards the end of the lap. Don't worry, we're closing in on the next guy. Oh, he got a better exit there. I should still be able to get him end of this lap, beginning of next. Maybe. Because this is the corner. I don't lift. That foot is planted through that corner. I see the gravel. I ignore the gravel. I let the car drift straight towards it. And just hope the tires hang on. And look how much of a gap I close. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. That was... Ignore that last corner. It was not great. The Kimi Räikkönen line. Just trust me on that line. It works for some people occasionally. But now we're hunting. We're hunting. We're hunting. We're closing in. We ran out of straight. If I hang a little closer to him this time, I'll be that much better off. So that's the goal for this lap. To keep it cleaner through this section. Have faith in the tires toward to the end. And not brake half a mile too late for the final 2 corners. Sound like a plan? Sound like something I can do? It's looking like something I did. Here's the final corner. Oh, we got out in the gravel that time. We're just shy of a second slower than my last lap, but that's fine. That's all in the first corner. There it is. There it is. I had the rear tire temps. We're side by side. We got it done. We got 2. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, we are not going to be gaining a lot of ground on this lap. We did clip the wall a little bit. We lost some speed. The tires weren't too happy with me. This is a recovery lap. We're letting everything get back into the zone. Okay, it might be a defensive lap now. All right, there we go. All right, defense is over. We're going full offense. We gotta light the track up now. We see the guy in front. We see the gap. Now we just gotta go faster. That last lap was a personal best. Somehow. Okay, we bumped the wall. It's fine. Plenty of room to give it. With clean open air, it should be a little better to go for the personal best. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I got a little greedy on the corner. Oh, yep, if this is gonna be a personal best lap, it's gonna have to all be found in the next half a lap. I have faith, though. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. That was on me. We are now 2.5 seconds slower this lap. I know my camera's blocking the lap count or the lap timer, so I'm trying to read it off what I can. There we go. 3.6 seconds slower that lap. And we went way deep. Yeah, I can't be giving up 3.6 seconds a lap. Or I'm never gonna catch the guy in front. I can't even... Oh, he just went through the corner. I was gonna say, I don't even think I can see him. Okay. It was a clean start to the lap. We got a bit early on the brakes intentionally in that corner. I know we ended up losing a bit of time, but it's better than running way wide and being out of line for that corner, which then messes you up all the way to this corner where you hit the brakes again. And we just stayed wide. Ah. Plus 3.8. How am I not going any faster? All right. That was a fairly clean lap. All right. Now we're really focused. We're really dialed in. We're really gonna see what this lap is about. We got places to make up. Okay, up to 0.2. Had to use a bit of drifting, which is not faster, I'll tell you that much. Kept it within the track this time. Down about a second. I can make up a second in that final corner if I hit it just right. I have faith. There it is. Oh, we slid a little bit. It wasn't great. Down a second. Is this a non-indie game? Technically, yes. By all accounts, this is not an indie game. Also, what's the gap to the car in front of me? 14 seconds to the car in front. I got a ways to go. Yeah, Jal, you missed the poll. You could have voted for indie game. Now instead we're doing racing games because I had the wheel and pedal already set up and the game installed. So this is what we're up to now. How was your lurk though? Are you doing good? This feels like a good lap though. Which of course means I'm gonna miss the very next apex. We're already down a second on the personal best. I don't know what the gap to the car in front currently is. Still showing 14.4. Yeah, there's a bit of a gap to the car in front. It's fine. 37.3 to the leader. Why is it 17.2? What? I don't trust that counter in the bottom. I'll know the gap to the car in front of me when I catch up to the car in front of me. How about that? Does that sound like a good plan? Ah. I didn't miss the apex nearly as badly that time. We did dip in the gravel right there. Bit wide there. It's fine. Oh, but that was clean. I liked that final corner. I'm not liking this first corner. We'll be fine. Probably. I don't know. We're on lap 16. I don't think I'm going to catch the guy in front. Despite my best efforts. And by that, I mean a mediocre race. There was a couple good passes earlier when I was with the slower group. But now that I've made it to the faster group, the amount of time I lost and am losing by not being consistent means I can't keep up. So if I drop the player difficulty, there'll be more slower group for me to race against and pass and try to defend against when I start doing poorly. So maybe the next race we do that. Oh, bring it back. We brought it back. It wasn't pretty. It was actually quite ugly. But hey, it works. It counts. And we're having fun, right? At least I'm having quite a bit of fun. Like at this point, it's basically time trials. I got a huge gap to the car in front and behind. And we're just kind of out running a nice little lonely race. But that's okay. And there has to be two different cars in front of me in terms of like the build. So I know it's not just, you know, oh, they managed to run off into the distance because they have a faster car. Like, this is absolutely a skill issue. And I understand that. Oh. Oh, that was no bueno. Okay, now we're getting going. Maybe. This is nice. A casual Sunday drive. Near, 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 near. Yeah, I got on the brakes like half a mile late that time. Oops. We won't worry about it. We're on lap 18 out of 20. At this point, we're just trying to bring the car home. It's a game of not crashing and dying. We have accepted the fact that we cannot catch the car in front. So we are on recovery drive. Like I said, we're not catching the car in front. I don't like getting out on that edge. There's a reason that corner doesn't have a name. Sorry, I had to itch my nose. E. Oh. Ah. I was gotta be careful I don't slow down or mess up too much to the point the cars behind me catch up, which is kind of a bit of an issue. But I'm definitely not pushing as hard as I was. So nobody talked to me about that corner. Nobody mentioned it. It didn't happen. Everything's fine. That one wasn't pretty either. Now we're in the grass. Look at it this way. We only have to go through this whole area one more time. We're almost done. We got like 3 minutes left. Leader is on final lap. There it is. Now, unfortunately, it says there's like 2 minutes left till ads, and there's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds until I finish this race, and there is nothing I can do about that. I've used all the snoozes I get for the stream. So, or actually, is there? Okay. There is not. I wanted to check really quick because maybe I was like, maybe I have a button set that can trigger an ad right now and then it will finish before we finish, but not the case. So I apologize to those who are going to get stuck in the ad. You got about 1 minute and 10 seconds if you want to subscribe to not have to watch the ad, and then you can see the end of the race. But there's nothing I can do, because if I tab out, it freezes the game, and then no one gets to see the end of the race. Like, it crashes the actual, like, simulation if I tab out. So, the options are kind of unfortunate. It's a lose-lose. And if the race crashes, I won't be able to go and watch like the couple good overtakes I had in the replay. So, okay. So the leader has finished his lap. We're almost at the end. Ads are going to be starting in about 10 seconds-ish. Depending on how long they take to actually start, there's a chance we could get there. I don't think we got there in time. Ah. I just opened it on my phone. Ah. Ah. The hacker. There we go. Race over. Yo. I love how it just kind of fades into black. Ah, beautiful. What a vibe. And now we gotta sit here and wait for everyone else to finish. Which, if you look down in the corner right here, you can see the other dots coming through. I don't know how many are left. I haven't really been counting. We're just kind of stuck here until everyone's done. Which will give everyone else a chance to get back. There we are. Okay. This should be replay. But yeah, 919 Hybrid 2015. First, second, third, fourth, seventh, eighth. And I was 1 minute and 3 seconds off the leader. And over 30 seconds off the guy in front of me. That's not great. Yeah, he was 2 seconds a lap faster. I was the fastest in the first part of the track, where I was catching everyone. I had it by 0.3 of a second. But notice the second part of the track, I was like almost 2 seconds slower. And then we were pretty even in the final section, which was where I was also able to catch some of the people behind me. So yeah, those 2 seconds were all in the twisty bit. But you know, I was going for the straight line speed. Had I turned all the aero up or played with the suspension tuning a little bit, I could get myself faster in the twisty bits, but you give up some straight line speed in the process, and I wasn't sure how much I wanted to give up. So can we? Yeah, that was a 47-minute race. That was a bit of a longer race. Okay, apparently sitting in 5X. We're just chilling here. Oh, there we go. There, hang on. Okay. We're gonna watch it in 3X, ready to click play when something's happening. Like, look how much later I was on the brakes than these guys. But then my atrocious ability to drive through the corners, it meant that they were pulling away. Just near. Yeah, that was an ugly corner. Let two guys through. But are we ready? Are we ready for the fast bit? This is where I closed in really, really quickly. And then I want to say laps 2, 3, and 4 is where I had some good overtaking, where I was getting a bit squiggly. See, gave the little love tap, let him know I was there. There's the start of lap 2. There was my first murder. Like, it wasn't that was not good on my part. And then we were really going. Here's gonna be my second murder. Ready? I tried to move out of the slipstream too slowly. Okay. Skip it through the twisty bit. No one needs to see the twisty bit. It may look like the car in front of me is getting further and further ahead. Shut up. Back to the fast bit. Like, if you look down here, I am closing in on this entire group. I'm just hunting them down. Look at that. Ooh, that was good. Hang on, we're going back. Like, that was beautiful. Can I? We're watching this in slow motion. Past one car. Get up alongside another. Bit of contact because I missed the apex slightly. I knew he was here, so I gave room. A bit more room than I really needed to. And then I throttled out and ignored the fact that the track limit is right there. And then we looked over and watched him go away. Beautiful overtake. And then we got another little line of 3 right here. I don't think I catch him on this lap. I want to say it's the next lap. No, it is right here. Swinging out around 1, and then whoop. Ooh. Ooh, okay, we're gonna watch this one more time. Like, we're going all the way back here real fast. Okay. See the gap right here? Notice I'm late on the brakes. I close that gap up. And then they start pulling ahead. I suppose there's no reason I'm in slow motion for this. But see, right about here is where I start being a little faster. And then I am much faster. I swing around the outside here, but then these guys are following the racing line, and I realize I'm gonna come up on them a bit faster than they thought I was gonna be there. Beautiful. And then I had room to spare. All right. I'm not going through that whole replay showing every single overtake and every single time I didn't look like a buffoon. I just wanted to show a bit of the early race. admire some of those, you know, double and triple overtakes. Yeah. Do I plan on actually saving that replay? No. A new personal best for the lap, though. That 2:04.423 that you guys couldn't see because it was like straight to the left right here, right where my head is. That's where I have the little time thing. And then the more peripheral information is down here, like lap counter, place. This bottom row you could kind of see was position and gap, which it's kind of hard to see and the mic's in the way, but and then the little track map where you can see everyone else. See, we only murdered 4 people. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Close. All right. I also forgot there was music playing. I hope it's playing. No, it is playing for you. Excellent. Let me just shove this back out. Yep, we're just gonna slide this bad boy over here for a little bit. But that was good. That was fun. I haven't done a racing game on stream since February. I don't know, James, if you're still here, when did I try racing Baku and bounced off every wall at least 6 times? That would have been the last time I played racing game on stream, because I was trying too hard to talk to chat and pay attention to everything else going on, and the car was a disaster. It's not a really easy to drive car that I have literally 400-ish hours of practice driving. Like, that was another 47 minutes behind the wheel of that car. That was way back in February. Okay, I couldn't remember if that was in March or February. I suppose actually I could look it up fairly easily. Let me look around. Let me look around YouTube Studio, because I have the VOD saved on my main channel. Actually, that's the funny part. If I want to get it over to the VOD's channel, I'm gonna have to download it and then re-upload it, which I did for the Fallout videos, but not the racing videos. I initially wasn't gonna post those because I never finished the games or the stories or any of that, but maybe I use those as like the throwback VODs, because at this point they all have really bad quality. Because that was before I had the light, before I had the better mic. I wasn't as confident behind the wheel. Okay, walls are close today. Monaco. No, back behind the wheel. Here it is. It was March 14th, James. Are the American cars in Assetto Corsa? Yeah, there's American cars. There's like Camaro, Corvette. Trying to think what else is there. No, there's like the American sports cars. I don't think Mustang is, but there's definitely Corvette. Trying to remember what else. Honestly, I can just open it up. Open. Boom. I'll wait a bit. It's fairly quick to load. We don't need to get all the way into a race, which helps. Yep, click you. Select car. Alpha, Audi, BMW, Chevy, Corvettes. This game came out before the Ford GT was released. So they got the old GT40. They got the Mustang. and the Escort. But the new GT, I know you can get the new GT. I want to say it might be part of a DLC. If not, someone has custom made it and you can just grab the file and add the cars in. Like, that's one of the things I love about this game, is that any car that exists or anything that can be programmed as a car exists in this game as a mod. Like, I'm not even joking. There is like the racing guy sitting in a chair, and then he just kicks his feet to like zoom. It is so funny, this stuff. Like the red double-decker buses that are in London, that's a mod you can add, and then you can tell them to go race the exact same track we did. So like, I have the very base model. I don't have any extras. I haven't done any modding for this game, so like, I know I'm missing a bunch that could be in there. But like, I got the Cobra. Hank Hill's lawnmower. There are lawnmowers in Assetto Corsa. Like, I can very confidently tell you there are lawnmowers in Assetto Corsa. Let me... Did I click quick game? I hope I did. I was gonna say, let me jump over to the Googles real fast. Lawn mower Assetto Corsa video. Can I just... Here we go. Boom. Obviously. Mods. Can you hear the lawnmower noise right now? Dog, are you gonna drive it though? It's adorable. It's so funny. They even gave it a proper racing wheel. Oh, it can drift. It can drift. Honda Sports. Assetto Corsa, Ford F-150 Raptor. What else does he? How to install Assetto Corsa mods. Honestly, shout out iGameplay only. Clearly hooking us up with all of the best mods for Assetto Corsa. Ferrari SF23. That's this year's car. Okay, it doesn't look like he's got that many, but honestly,
you probably know Vistaprint for business.
but like, there's so much that exists
Did you know we also
in Assetto Corsa. It is so fun. Oh, I'm blocking the screen. Well, the car's up here. You can kind of see it. But like, pretty much any car. London bus. Assetto Corsa. I don't want the 1,000 horsepower. Just give me like the regular old bus. This looks like it could be it. It's going like 22 miles an hour. Oh no, sorry, 50 miles an hour. Oh, I love this game. So yeah, the tach is right here. This is your tachometer, your engine RPM. It's going like 2200 RPM. The speed's kind of covered, but this is my new favorite racing game. I'm telling you, if it is a car, someone has made it as a mod. If it has wheels, someone has made it as a mod. If you can put wheels on it, someone has made it as a mod. Like, what's another really funny one I've seen? Office chair. Scooters and chairs racing. Hey, this is the track we were just at. Okay, I don't know about the music they're using. I'm not trying to get myself in trouble, but it's oh, I love it so much. The way he kicks his legs. This is the long straight along the back that I was passing everyone on. Oh, it's like, it's so fun to get like a bunch of these like really like funny mods. Like, I can see suitcase, some motorcycles, a longboard. Like, it's really fun to get like the really slow ones, like the London bus. And then you just I see fucking Roombas. Like, it's really fun to get like the really, really slow ones and then just race with a bunch of friends in like a closed lobby one night while you're drinking, and it's so funny. They need to add tractors and combines. Tractors do in fact exist. I haven't seen a combine before. Assetto Corsa Racing Sim mod. Get to the point, buddy. It is a racing sim that you can take racing. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Do you show it third person? Here we are. I swear to God, like I said, if it has wheels or could very easily have wheels slapped onto it, it exists in this game. I love this game so much. And the game itself is only like $20 or something to buy brand new. It's like Stephen Hawking. Yeah. Now, granted, there's a bunch of DLC. If you buy all of the DLC for this game, which is all like the actually properly made cars, I want to say it's going to run you like a couple $100. Maybe like 150. So the game is $19.99. If you want to get the Porsche Pass right now, it's 28% off and $10.77. Where's just the game? Like, where's the like the all DLC button? Why do you not have an all DLC button? I am so confused. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. So apparently I have Porsche Pack 1, but you know, $4.99, $4.99, $4.99, $6.99, $6.99, $4.99. Oh, that's the Porsche ones again. $1.99, $6.99, $2.99. Apparently I have all of these. So maybe I did get the ultimate. I must have gotten the ultimate edition with like all of the games, in which case maybe it was like $45. Like you're not paying all this separately, but like looks like the Ford GT's in this one. Either way, like you can get properly made cars for the game, or you could just say screw it and go with the mod route, because it's literally just drag and drop a file into the game files. Like they do not like gatekeep Assetto Corsa at all. Same thing for racetracks. You can mod in pretty much any racetrack that exists, or people make their own custom tracks. It's so much fun to play this game. Okay. Also, quick check. Quick little check. I have 669 hours in this game. I've played it a little bit. Okay. Now. Who shall we go to? Do you guys have any preference to the game we go check out? I'll quickly peek in Assetto Corsa. I'm seeing some very modded versions, some people learning drifting, stuff like that. In terms of people I know who are live, this is going to be the more updated list. Maybe it's not the more updated list, but also maybe it is. I don't know. We got a bunch of options. Do we want to go to real person, a VTuber? Do we want an indie game? Do we want a popular game? What are the thoughts? Do we have thoughts? Because I personally do not have a thought. We could go to someone who hasn't been live in a while, someone who's been live really recently. Trying to just mentally think through like when the last time I rated certain people were. Now I'm having a hard time remembering. So we recently went. Most recently, we did Doc. We did Mr. Irish Pants, Z Sapphire Knight, Marshmallow Kitty, Marshmallophant, Katana Kitty. So Lalo unfortunately ended recently. He's no longer live. It's been a little bit since we went over there. We could do Wuna Tuna. She's live right now. If you want to see a VTuber, we haven't rated her since August, but she also goes live like once a month. So. Does that sound like a viable option? Or no, I don't have Omelas on this list. My list is out of date. Oh no. I haven't been keeping up on this raid list. That is entirely on me. But I know we haven't gone to Wuna in a while because Wuna is so rarely live. I say we can send it over there. That sounds like a plan to you guys. All right. Start raid. Let's do my spiel. If you are not following me on any of my socials and you would like to, you can go ahead, grab one of those links, all of those links, or whatever number of links you would like. If I were to recommend any of those, definitely check out the YouTube. That is where I post all the time, lots of things. If you are noticing there is one link missing from there, that would be the Discord. That is the separate link. That is the most important link. And that is where you can feel free to get all of my notifications, all of my updates, all of the news, all of the announcements. If you are if you are not subscribed, you can go ahead and grab that message right there. Feel free to copy it so that when we raid in, you can paste it in the other chat. And then if you are subscribed, you can go ahead and grab that message right there. I am going to grab my own raid message so I can show off the emotes for those who are subscribed. That is what it looks like. I am fully aware of the fact we are in an ad right now. That's fine. It's gonna raid anyway. You'll tag along. See you all again soon. Bye-bye.